So my name is AC, if you're new here, and I'm gonna be doing this makeup look. Gonna have a lot of fun with it, and it's gonna be super quick and simple, full of products that you probably already have. So if you wanna see that, stay tuned, follow me on my Instagram right here, and just keep on watching. Hi, okay, so finally going back to in-person school, and I'm uncomfy. I'm so used to the online format that I worry that being in person is going to be weird for me. I don't even know where to look. Like, I always just film on my phone because I do not have $2,000 for a camera. I'm looking at my face here because that's like where I see it, but the camera's here, and I feel like you'll get used to it. It's fine. I like to spray this sometimes. I got it in one of those gift sets, so it's not the full size, but it's the Sol de Janeiro Brazilian Crush, and I think it smells really warm. It's like a gourmand type scent, and that's entirely my vibe. As I make like a disgusted face. Yeah, I just got up my nose a little bit. But yeah, I braided up my hair last night, so it does look a little bit fresh, but I don't know if I want to keep it like this or wear a wig on top, right? Because I don't know, I'm just trying to protect my piece and my edges, and I'm finding that if I wear wigs when I do tight braid ups as well, it really is a lot of stress on my edges. So I'm gonna have to figure that out, because I mean, the wig I have is a look. Maybe I'll show you when I'm done my makeup. Speaking of my makeup, I'm trying to do somewhat of a minimal vibe, especially because I'm gonna have my mask on anyway, right? So why would I go out of my way to do a crazy look? I'm torn between doing a powder or a liquid type vibe. My skin's actually been decently nice to me. I think I had some type of allergic reaction to a mask I was using because I was seeing a lot of texture here, and you can kind of see that, but otherwise hyperpigmentation is not doing so bad. Skin itself isn't doing so bad, and I think I'm chilling, honestly, but I don't know if I should do liquid or powder. I do know that I'm gonna prime today. I got I think this was in the birthday set. Like, you know, the little birthday thing that Sephora gives you? Got the Tatcha primer. I really want to try this. Tatcha had such a moment, and I think, what was it, 2018? Everybody wanted Tatcha, whatever they could get their hands on. So it's nice to get to try it. It also came with the face cream and also a cleanser. So it's very cool. So this is the liquid silk canvas. If I like it, maybe I'll buy the full thing. Who knows? But yeah, this is fitting, using a new primer for back to school, so I can prime my face for what's gonna happen today. Yeah. Let's get existential. Like, why not, right? Or maybe not. I don't know. I kind of want the vibe of this video to be chill, but all I can think about is the fact that, girl, like, this is my last year. Beyond this semester, I do still have one more class to take. My administration shows me no love, and I retook this one course to improve my grade, which worked, but also didn't, because it dropped a credit and it put me behind a credit. And then I took this program that gives you like a special recognition when you graduate, and it's a two-parter, so you do 2 courses, and I finished the first part already, but the first part didn't count for a credit. So in my normal course load, it should have made up for the lost credit, but it did not, because I wanted to be recognized as special. Like, why did I do that? Should have just taken a normal course. It is what it is, though. I'm not mad about it. I do really like this primer. Like, you see how smooth it made my skin? Ignore the fact that there's a white cast. We're gonna cover that up as best we can. It smells a little silicone-y, like very silicone-y, actually. And in that little sample pack, it was more like a cream, but from what I remember, and I could be totally wrong about this, in the packaging, it's more like the e.l.f. putty primer. See this one where you kind of have to dig into it? I don't remember entirely. I feel like I only recently became this interested in where my makeup's coming from for a really long time, I was really just like an LA girl, a Knicks girl, like just picking up whatever I can get. And that's not to, you know, trash any of those brands. They're both great, decent quality, or very good quality for some of their things, for a low price point. Not sponsored, clearly. But yeah, I don't know, I'm freaking out because this is my 4th year, whether I graduate on time or not. It's a lot of stuff to think about, and it's putting me in the hot seat for real, just because being in your 4th year, everyone wants to treat it like, you know, this is your senior year, like, rock out with your whatever out. You could chill, it's fine. Life's about to start for you, that's exciting. But I feel like no one wants to acknowledge how anxiety inducing it is, especially right now when I don't know if I'm gonna get a job straight out. I should. I do the work, but it's not a guarantee of anything, and I think that's the scariest part. What I'm gonna do first is use the NYX Micro Brow. I feel like anybody that's not using Benefit is using this. I used Benefit for a really long time, but $30 is a lot to put yourself out for a brow pencil, especially when you don't do much to your brows anyway. I mentioned wanting to do a cleaner look today because clean look, fresh start, right? I'm clever. So I don't think I'm gonna need to do a maximum brow. When I'm doing my brow, I really just want to come under. And by the way, I think the shade is an espresso or some type of dark brown. I don't do black brows. If you saw my brows in grade 10, no you didn't. I was doing black fucking brows. Ooh. I was making a conscious effort not to swear. It's fine. It's fine. We're all adults here, I think. I'm trying to not do a blocky brow. I feel like that doesn't do well on my face. That's why I like trim them so thin. If I don't end up liking them, I will just buff it out and cover it up with complexion product. Okay. I love how I went on a mini tangent talking about like I used to be a NYX girly. Still fully use NYX stuff. And it's good stuff. Like, why would you not? Gonna brush out the brows a little bit. I am definitely lucky in the skin department, and watch me jinx this. I feel like a lot of people my age will come to a point where either their skin was bad in their youth and they have all the scars from that, or something hormonally changes when they get to 20 something. I'm 21. And then suddenly their skin is just acting out. Hormonal, cystic acne, awful. And it's just not the time. It is not the time for that, because I feel like at this age you want to live your best, sexiest life. And that does not work in your favor. It's really frustrating to have skin issues, especially when it's not just a fix-all. I feel like when we were younger, we'd use like Noxema, witch hazel, green tea cleanser, just something, some useless mess, and your skin would be fine, because usually it was a matter of like you putting Vaseline on your face and you're like not supposed to do that and your skin tells you that, but chemically a lot of things change as you grow up. I'm going in with Fenty 450, baby. This is my complexion shade that I usually use. I don't tend to go in with foundation. I don't have one right now. talking about it like I have an option. And it's crazy because this used to be a perfect match for me, but I think because I stay inside so much now, it's too dark. We'll blend it out and make it work for me, but isn't that kind of insane? This used to be perfect. I used to get people telling me my complexion was great, and I wouldn't correct them. I'd say, yeah, that's my skin, babe, because this concealer has really just given me that vibe, absolutely. So see what I'm doing, obviously do not want to highlight around my nose. I'm just trying to make it so that I can blend it and make it all look even. And hopefully the camera is like indicative of what this looks like in person, because I'm not looking at a mirror right now. Is that risky? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Definitely risky. But yeah, as I'm letting it sit, I'm like, for sure I can make this warmer. I can make it work for me. I do tend to use this concealer just all over my face, which is why I go through them so freaking quickly. And And then I'm going to go in. This is a recent purchase just because I feel like this color is a little better than the yellow I was using by LA Girl. I might even still go in with the yellow because I do like the bright look. I like to look awake, especially because I have not been getting enough sleep lately, which, like, do not follow in my footsteps. This is color number 40 in caramel. It's very cute. I like it when they name it after food. Is that gross to say? It's makeup. But yeah, this is a little warmer, has a little bit more of a brownish, even beige tint to it, whereas the yellow was like strict yellow and it was like a white yellow. And I do love the brightening look, so I may still go in with that. But back to my scary existential talks. Like, what do you do? I so badly want to fulfill my dream of living a Toronto girl life. Like, I don't care if everyone thinks that's stupid. I don't care. I don't, because it's what I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to live in the city at least once. Tell my boyfriend about it all the time. And he hates it here because he hates the cold weather. But I think he wants to live in Toronto at some point too. But it is so expensive. So expensive. I could get the 60K starter job of my dreams, which is insane for someone just out of school. I say this, but it's people getting like Goldman and Sachs fucking positions, making 100K out the gate. But 60K would be major. Whoops. 60K would be major. And if I were making that and my boyfriend were making something similar, we could be set up well enough to live our Toronto girl lives together. That could be great. And one of my closest friends, she was saying, like, you know, Toronto and places like it are not set up in a way where they support single income. These are dual income living situations. And I was like, that is so true, bestie. Why is that true? I hate that that's true. I feel like the camera's making the makeup look incredibly smooth, and I can't tell if that's real. And it's giving concern, I'm not gonna lie, because it looks great right now. It looks great, babe. But I'm definitely gonna look in the mirror and realize I haven't blended anything because it just looks so smooth. But do we see how after blending, even here, it is not exactly my skin tone, but after blending, it really just makes things even. And I love the texture of it. I know not everyone's a fan of the Fenty concealer. It depends on your skin type. I feel like we need to normalize just using what works for you. It's not every day go with what's most popular, you know? Because 9 times out of 10, it's working for whoever's trying to sell it to you. But maybe it's not working for you, and that's okay. Don't force it. I'm kind of rushing because the convoy is still happening. Like, how embarrassing is that I can say that? I am in Ottawa right now because my school's in Ottawa. And yeah, I'm definitely experiencing that. I recorded some clips of me like experiencing the convoy, black girl, white convoy per not being in the midst. Like, I wasn't in the trenches with these guys. Like, I was not doing that, but I was trying to walk home from work. It was just unavoidable. I don't know if the transition is going to be smooth on that. My camera like cut me off because I ran out of storage, which is a little bit hilarious. I should probably get a camera. I said camera, I meant phone. I should probably get a new camera if I'm going to actually do this instead of using my phone, because my phone kind of needs space to be a phone. I'm already spending extra money to have more of the gigabytes. Yeah, why did I struggle to find the words for that? Yeah, I'm spending a little bit extra every month. I think it's like $3 or $4. Oh, and I'm not really super being descriptive. I don't like contouring my nose generally. Like, I don't tend to do that. I try to make any type of definition I do super soft because, you know, it's important to appreciate our noses the way that they are, especially being a Black woman. Like, in every direction, it's people saying that our noses are just not cute. And I'm trying to debunk that and also make it real for myself in my head that I don't need to make my nose look a different way for me to be cute. So I try to do really subtle, if anything, but I tend not to contour at all. Not that I'm anti-contour, it's just, for me, I do not think it's good to teach myself that something that is so integral to my face, the way it is. Like, you see how My nose is so there. And I don't want to teach myself that I need to change that, because it is literally my entire face. It's the center of my face. And I cannot do anything to change that, because I'm not going to. I can do things, but I'm not going to, is my point. I focus more so, and I think this is a great trick, on this part, just where your orbital bone is, really just zeroing in there, sorry, so you can add that sculpting effect to your face, but not necessarily, you know, take away from the structure of your nose, which is what I am trying to avoid, yeah? So I don't know if I did say what this product was. I probably don't remember doing that. It is LA Girl Espresso. And listen, you cannot forget the classics. I'm contradicting myself so much in this video as I initially trash my older brands that I use. Like, no, I use them for a reason. It's just, you know, I use Charlotte Tilbury, I use Pat McGrath, and those are great too. My take home is really just use what works for you, ultimately, because people will say whatever, but those people are not you. You gotta use what makes the most sense on your face, right? So I just want to go in a little bit with this Fit Me powder, just because I've heard good things. I've been trying to look for a nice powder. I keep getting sample sizes and the small sizes of things, but I want like a real big powder. All signs are pointing to Laura Mercier, right? But I don't know. I've seen good things about Fenty as well. I've seen great things about the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter or whatever it is, that powder. But I've heard good things about this too, and this is the cheapest. Like, I was like, let me try this first. It is the Fit Me Matte Poreless Powder in 355 Coconut. From what I remember, it's a good shade for me. I'm not really going to even use this to do a full coverage on my face. I'm doing clean, but a little sun-kissed. There was a little bit of my blush left over on this brush, so you'll see it goes pretty well with this powder. I'm just doing the outers of my face, and then a little bit where I think I might get oily, but I'm just adding a little bit of that to my face. And we see how it's making the skin look, right? I think that's awesome. It looks really good. So yeah, I'm adding a little bit here because we all get oily in our T-zones, usually. For those of you that don't, I hate you. And it's looking great. I really like that. Aren't we satisfied? Like, again, we're making the bold assumption that this looks like this in person and not just on camera. I'm so satisfied. I really like what the primer did for me, okay? What I'm gonna go into to add a little bit of color to my face. Again, we're doing clean look, so keep that in mind. I'm adding this e.l.f. I think it's Always Spicy. Yes, e.l.f. Always Spicy blush. This is for the girls. And by the girls, I mean the dark skinned girls. It's for us because it is like a cute little muted coral, very rosy, and it's brown. It is a brown blush. And you'll see that I mix it with another blush that I'm into. Not necessarily formula-wise, like it's not crazy. It's nothing innovative and insane exciting, but the color is, you know, you'll see why. So I really do like this color because it is muted enough that it's not too crazy. As much as I do love a pink blush, for this look in particular, I want a soft bronze kind of moment where I keep the sculpted elements a little, but damn, got cut off again. My phone is having like a panic attack doing this. I have no storage. We're gonna cut this short soon. I'm gonna be using Tiger Lily, that Sephora shade that I was just talking about. It's an orange, and girls, do not be afraid of orange because it brings out the best. It is so warm looking, so delicious, and it's exactly what I came for. We're gonna tone it down a little bit with a brush that I would normally use for complexion. I also learned that trick from somewhere. I don't know who to credit, so please don't come for me if it was you. Or actually do come for me and just plug yourself because I'm not trying to take this away from you. someone that I had watched somewhat recently said, if you have a little bit of product on a brush that you normally use for your complexion, it does do a lot to neutralize a blush, which is great for this look because we're not trying to do too much, right? So brows are done, face is done. I'm gonna move on to eyes. I love, love, love Lash Princess by Essence. Like, dude, you cannot go wrong. It's like $2 or $3.99 and it is amazing. Amazing. It's always in stock. But actually though, don't get it. Don't get it for real. Because I told y'all, I'm super gonna take credit for this. I don't care if it was like all over TikTok or something and I missed it. I plugged Essence's like their clear gloss because that formula is fucking perfect. Sorry. It's perfect. And I plugged it. And that vlog didn't even get that many views. But ever since I did, I cannot find it in the store. Any given drugstore I go to that carries Essence, it's gone. So thanks, but no thanks. Do not go and buy this. But also, can we appreciate how like 2 swipes and I'm so awake right now. Like it has woken me. It's so good. Did I say that right? It has woken me? That sounded like some Thor would say. I don't know. But yeah. Yeah. Still coping with the idea that I'm literally doing this to get ready to go to school in person. Huh? Like, I am not prepared. I was really out here waking up 5 minutes before classes because I could afford to do it and still pay attention and do well. But now I'm going to have to, like, be looking at people in lifetime. But it's okay. We deal with what we got. We're almost done. Isn't that crazy? Like, no falsies. And for the record, falsies look crazy on me. They look so good on everyone else. I don't know if it's my eye shape or what. But falsies do not like me. All right. Like, isn't that so good? Okay. You'll notice that I'm like moving with super speed. Not only am I late, but my phone is running out of storage. I'm gonna line my lips. Using just a normal brown eyeliner. Probably from Essence. Just because they're the goat of cheap stuff that works. And then I'm going to tie it all in with NYX in the color... Color to be determined. What the heck? Stockholm. It's pink. It's a nice, gorgeous pink color. Isn't that so cute? Just a nice fresh face. We're going to lock it in with my Fix Plus. If it wants to spray. Jesus. And then I'm going to add my Charlotte Tilbury beauty wand, the pink one that everyone wants to buy now. I used to love this because no one knew about it. Do I sound annoying? I know I am. But it used to be my go-to. And now it's sold out everywhere. For fragrance, I'm going with Ebony Wood. It's not going to focus, but Kyra Omanique put me on. This smells great. Like licorice almost, but like in the woods. And I hate licorice, but I find that scent like amazing. So you know it's good. Like licorice, patchouli almost. Actually, I'm describing this horribly. It just musky gourmand. Go for it. Smell it if you can. It was a collab between Zara and Jo Malone. Great. Ebony Woods, check it out. And then I'm going in with my Pat McGrath palette. Just taking a little bit from this top corner. I think it's not the Divine Rose palette, but the one that came before it. I do not know the name. Getting a little bit of a highlight. Just taking that top corner yellowish color with the reflex. Yeah. Very cute. And very awake. A little bit on the brow bone as well. Do we like the hair? I've already styled it. I'm probably just going to keep it. Rest in peace to my edges, right? But yeah, that's the finished look. Just very clean and cute. I'm definitely going to take my liner and my lip color with me. Because, yeah, I'm wearing a mask over this. Was this entirely pointless? Absolutely. Am I going to do it as many times as I can? Yeah. Okay, yeah, I'm done.
Running. I broke his heart and I told him to pick it up. He tried to play me, his skin wasn't thick enough. Expensive tissue, the vibe wasn't rich enough. Don't stay focused on the money. You wish you got, go get the money, put it in the wishing pot. I learned math, science, English. How to dribble Junior, that's what they should've tell us. Shawty in the corner is a pick me, not used to wish bad upon all of my enemies. Each and every single one of them dead to me. Virus addicted.